Welcome back, guys. Here's a little preview of my commute to work. It's about half an hour, give or take. Let's get into it. If you guys like what you saw in the preview, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in seeing some more content like this, it helps the channel out a lot. Thanks very much, guys. But yeah, let's get into the video. So this is a pretty standard commute for us. Myself and a co-worker, also my friend, a good friend of mine, we hit this to work daily. This has become our new route ever since the new academic school year started. So yeah, if you don't know already, I'm a teacher. But that aside, it takes us about 20 to 30 minutes to get through this cycle. It all depends on how chaotic the traffic may be on that morning. It also depends on what time we left home. If we left 5 minutes too late, it's going to be a lot more chaotic and we're going to pedal a lot faster for us to get to work on time. If we left 5 minutes too early, it's going to be a lot more relaxing as we go along. Generally, it is pretty intense in the morning. You have lots of e-bikes, as you can see here, lots of different obstacles you have to be aware of, and that can make it quite intense and also sometimes anxiety inducing, right? Right here is where we meet up, usually just after this intersection. But as you can tell, it's also quite intense, right? There are lots of e-bikes. So e-bikes are just electronic scooters here. But also, your cars, your morning traffic. And here in Beijing, because it's a densely populated city, you have to be in a constant state of awareness. You have to be aware of what's around you, who is around you, and also what they might do, right? So I found that cycling here in China and cycling in Beijing is very different to cycling back home. For one, though, you do have really great dedicated cycle paths. And I think I've said this in my previous video. It's amazing. They're really wide. They have plenty of space for a number of people to use simultaneously or, be in the same row without colliding with each other. But also, you're not in fear that you have to watch out for a car or a truck or a bus, as you're going to work or wherever it is you're going. So I really do love that. But sometimes, often e-bikes can be quite dangerous as well, right? They're silent, you don't hear them, and they're also in a rush to get to work. So myself and Brian, we tend to try and leave a little bit earlier, so we don't have to rush to work. We can take our time. We can stick to the far right of the road and not be in anyone's way. But also we can overtake some people if we need to. Enjoy the ride and some music in the background. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like what you're seeing so far. Again, guys, it's greatly appreciated. Helps the channel grow. It helps me make some more videos. Thanks. at this point, we're just past the halfway mark of our commute to work. It's a really fun ride, and once we hit this decline, Brian and I try and see how fast we can go to get back up the hill, or the little incline that's coming up. This morning, Brian definitely outpaced me, and I'm glad that he did, because I just did not have enough power in my legs this morning. I was feeling a bit tired. And that's often the case when, you're not only cycling to and from work in the morning and afternoon, but you're also doing it at lunchtime. That aside, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for joining me on this commute to work. It's been a fun ride. I really enjoyed the cycle. I tend to enjoy the cycle. Like I said, we talk about so many things that it does fly by, and it never really feels like we're rushing it or having to overpace in order to get to work. But again, if you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the icons. It's greatly appreciated. And remember, keep pedaling along, whether it's your bike or anything else.